and the press conference here course and the Kusasi form war boko 6 constituencies where NDC executives or who say President John Dramani Mahama in NDC ebedada omo edit momo the time edit my MPP e momo the time edit my Mamprusi for womo ma Kusasi for who say MPP na mpe o masem womo ma Kusasi for who say MPP na ma ho no we womo na e kan say bossa mo share womo say mo ba mo ba ma sundua aba no ene womo NDC executives from the 6 constituencies I wo boko ne mpatam no womo say womo da womo na ene de kra de womo ni ahotom na MPP wo so no kra no a mo se na MPP na ekum womo no sa na MPP ye we enye odra na ye womo number bi o NDC constituency executives from the 6 constituencies in the Kusau area I wo boko ne mpatam enyo obi na kwase omo na tena se hu se wan kasa otima MPP penso amosi ba omia anim hu bi ana boko nyo ana ba omia na shachire ene ne keka mo ye propaganda tia ba omia no ba omia ye onyame nipa na de bia nkontompo bia mo de to ba omia so se ba omia be di president ya o me di president mpu boko Kusasi ne Mamprusi enka eho ye kunkum mo ho nanso ntokwa we ewo ho in the 80s na NDC na ewo so in the 90s na NDC na ewo so 2009 ntokwa na start here NDC na ewo so 2011 ntokwa na babie NDC na ewo so 2016 ntokwa na hit here na NDC na ewo so ntokwa na be sorry 2023 na yenya a presidential candidate amana kwa gina ho abakwa sem trese ntokwa we start NDC PNDC NDC muntimi nya ho hwe na no wo petumi no ukodi tro se ebre bia NDC be wo so no asundwe wo boko me wa anya nokore wo pensu nipa wuewu ye e wo boko as a president na won kom ma biem no enya asem koma enai NDC amanyokuo wa wukuo ma say wadada omo wadi trachre omo wo ye kontomponi na no a ye de gibosea no enye saa no no ne editua na wo no mo ni yie wo mo life aye in danger e wo boko ne mpatam because you promised them so be ma sundua ba afedie asundua atonsuom ena ne ntokwa no aginsamu because mo the propaganda wura mu producer for voice ni to dwama yenwe yan hwese mo be survive
traditional area and the press conference dated 15 July 2025. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, we begin by expressing our profound gratitude to Almighty God for preserving our lives in these perilous times. We also thank you, the men and women of the media, for promptly responding to our urgent call in this critical moment of betrayal, bloodshed, and impunity. We, the undersigned National Democratic Congress constituency executives from the 6 constituencies within the Kusasi traditional area, Benjuri, Boku Central, Kusiga, Garu, Tempani, and Zabila, stand before you today, deeply alarmed and outraged by the deteriorating security situation in Boku and the total failure of this government to protect the lives, dignity, and rights of the very people who gave them power. On July 30, 2025, the people of Kusasi woke up to what can only be described as a state-sponsored assault, not only on civilians, but on the very soul and authority of our traditional leadership. In an appalling and indefensible act, the military desecrated the image of our revered overlord, His Royal Majesty Zuran Bokunaba, by setting ablaze his statue, an act so vile and provocative it amounts to declaration of war on the people of Kusasi. The justification for this barbarity, a reported attack by unknown persons on Mamprusi buses and the military escort. While we do not condone violence in any form, no civilized or lawful state responds by massacring innocent women and children, invading schools, brutalizing students, and injuring two of them. This is not law enforcement. This is state terrorism, and it will not be accepted under any circumstances. Let it be known, the Kusasi people have reached their limit. During the 7th December 2024 election, while the rest of Ghana voted for hope and progress, the Kusasi people voted not just for development, but for survival, placing their trust in the NDC and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, believing his administration would deliver justice and peace through the rule of law. That trust is now dangerously eroded. The government, instead of taking bold and lawful action to resolve the chieftaincy conflict, has outsourced responsibility to the Asantehene. The perpetrators of violence walk free, a worsening crisis, deepening mistrust and a growing perception that the government has chosen political expediency over justice. As the frontline leaders and campaigners of the NDC in Kusasi, our lives are under serious threat, not just from the crossfire of violence, but from the growing anger of our own people, who now see us as enablers of a system that has betrayed them completely. We refuse to continue risking our lives and integrity in the name of a government that appears to have no respect for our people, our leaders, or the promises we made on its behalf. Our core concerns in the Kusasi traditional area, and the press conference dated 15 July 2025. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, we begin by expressing our profound gratitude to Almighty God for preserving our lives in this.
And these executives, our more baby, a movie say, Mubenya votes were free, our boko. Some moko can't about Miani MPP, and there, more Sancrophonic Tamokon. And there, ya two barrier ya white there no, and this national executives at Triaho. But 2024, no mutimiko, acquire propaganda, and there, woman ya constituency executives no move. Ano muwo ejadam wo madwana jamu mona modi jakotu mu ana mu no monkura na e what says constituency what the year campaign message na ya wie na mpayimfo no magye mu positions won kran na sa nkura na iwu amonkwohwe omo and they have been abandoned. Womofa phone cry frame paying for one can be amphiomo. Their propaganda to me, their propaganda a Timmy Yano. And the brother Mame Nana Ababio Wadauroma. One I can say anytime be and this war a by mono. Peace our boko. And the producer Bomodina Nafa ne voice, you know. Fafo here TV and numere fakoma predemama say voice na okoka say anytime behind this wa by muno there is peace at bokono na dauroma voice no me ye no momo we cry momo no me ye no in and out say be ya oyi a omoka anti fa voice no e ye no momo oyi TV line no fa ye no momo ye no in and out say be ya or withdraw Omoka nti bomano na andisi fo no momfa but sa voice ne sa man biem na no ye boy ye see aboso ba na mo japai nti mon sa mfa man biem anu.
Anytime NDC is in government, Boko is at peace. Unfortunately, as soon as NDC leaves government, the Boko crisis flares up again. Anytime NDC is in government, Boko is at peace. Unfortunately, as soon as NDC leaves government, the Boko crisis flares up again. Anytime NDC is in government, Boko is at peace. Unfortunately, as soon as NDC leaves government, the Boko crisis flares up again. And let nobody say it's a fight between ethnic groups. There is politics behind it. And there are people who deliberately fund that crisis. everybody, the majority of people in Boko, Kusasis, Mamprusis, Bimubas, Busangas, everybody wants peace. Because everybody wants peace to do his business. I mean, the current curfew in which we are, nobody likes it. Our chiefs are being told they can't wear smocks and go into town. So what is a chief supposed to wear? A shirt like me? How would they know he's a chief? And yet, it's because of the violence and the crisis. And they were forced to do it because people hide weapons in their smokes and go and shoot at people. But I can assure you that peace is our priority. When NDC comes, and I didn't say if, I said when NDC comes, we're going to prioritize Boko's peace so that peace will return to Boko. And people can go about their business and look after.
When you feel now about the amount, tell me my voice in the momo. Now my in and out. Bush out the question I boko for no. Not 7 months in you. Kusau traditional area and him for a no episode besi akra wo dodge no. Wadauruma. My yen momo at the amount. Woo ye a mocker. Because this can be a aka home.